What up, fam? Do you need some extra tools that's going to help your life be the best that it can possibly be? Are you constantly juggling work, family, and personal time only to feel drained and unfulfilled? That's where the book that I wrote called The Balanced Life can be your guide to reclaiming your time, energy, and happiness with practical strategies for setting boundaries, prioritizing self-care, and achieving real balance. This book helps you create a life that you love without the burnout. Get ready to break free from the chaos and step into a life of purpose and peace. Grab your copy of The Balanced Life because you deserve a life that works for you. Also, we have The Unraveling. It's a journal to help you write, reflect, and heal. Your thoughts matter. Your feelings deserve space. The Unraveling Journal is more than just a notebook. It's your personal guide to self-reflection, healing, and growth. With guided prompts, mindfulness exercises, and room to express yourself freely, this journal helps you untangle emotions, process life's challenges, and rediscover clarity. Take a moment for you. Write, reflect, and heal, one page at a time. And fam, also another book written by my wife is Healthy Relationships. Because fam, you know this. Great relationships don't just happen. They're built. Whether it's with your partner, kids, friends, or co-workers, strong connections are the foundation of a happy life. In healthy relationships, you'll learn how to communicate better, set healthy boundaries, and nurture trust in every relationship that matters to you. Because when your connections thrive, you thrive. Start building stronger, healthier relationships today. Order your copy at kingdomservantsfirst.com. Once again, that's kingdomservants1st.com. Fam, we want you to be the best version of yourself. Get one of these books today. God bless. But you know that, guess what? Let me appreciate each and every moment that I have with each and every person that's in my life. That is so important. Look at your life. Even if it's not where you want it to be, I guarantee you there's something to be thankful for. Family, family, family. We wish you a happy Thanksgiving. We wish you a happy Thanksgiving. We wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, you know I'm being silly again. Family, come on now. Yeah. Welcome back to the Bacon Bits Podcast, where we desire for you to take the bits of information and immediately apply them to your life for success. As always, our podcast is encouraging, uplifting, and informative. And the areas of life that we'll be talking about on the Bacon Bits Podcast has to do with having a balanced life. And I need to hear y'all say it. Say valuable. Information applied equals success. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, if you're listening to this fresh on the day of, it's Thanksgiving. And we should have an attitude of gratitude in all seasons. We really should. But we got to work on making sure every day is a day of Thanksgiving. I don't want you to wait all year for this one special day like we do New Year's and Christmas to be loving, caring, and grateful. I want you to have a season of it. Because, fam, we serve up, think about it on this podcast. We serve up really beautiful, small, but powerful pieces of wisdom to help you live stronger, freer, and more grounded. That's what our desire is. It really is. I want y'all to be strong because for the seasons you got to go through, fam, you're going to have to be strong. I want you to be free. I don't want anxiety and depression and everything to have you locked down. I don't want you to be out on these streets walking free, but you in jail in your mind. I want you to be freer. And I want you to be grounded. Like, man, you take life for what it is every day in the present moment. I want you to do that. I want you to be super grateful for everything that happens in your life. So we're talking about Thanksgiving. And no, not just the turkey, not the stuffing, or even the one family member who always falls asleep before dessert and the uncle that comes over drunk. We ain't talking about that. We want to talk about the deeper side of Thanksgiving, which is the gratitude, perspective, and how life is shaped from this wonderful thing called Thanksgiving. You know, Thanksgiving is supposed to be about being thankful. Yeah, look around the table. Like literally, look around the table at everybody. Look at it. I'm talking about, man, look at each family member that's sitting at the table. And I want you to be tremendously grateful and thankful that they're there for us to be able to enjoy this moment. Like literally, I'm talking about for the cousin that was strung out on drugs and just guess what? They might be a little tipsy or up under the sauce right now. Family alive. We should be grateful. They got another chance to breathe air, to make a better decision, to have a great life. But we got to be honest, y'all. Thanksgiving cracks me up because, man, Thanksgiving is supposed to be a time where we sit down and really enjoy each other's company, enjoy the food, enjoy the games, and just really be grateful. But you know, Thanksgiving causes a lot of stress. And I do mean a lot of stress. Because we got to make sure everybody gets their favorite dish. We got to go out and make sure when we shop, we can't wait to the last minute because, you know, Costco and Fry's, and these are the grocery stores in our area of town, Sam's Club, whatever it may be, you going shopping. It's going to be crazy off the chain. And it causes a lot of family drama. It does. The cooking is stressful. The family drama is stressful. The travel is stressful. And sometimes we get so wrapped up in the chaos that we miss the actual thanks part of Thanksgiving. We really do. We miss it. And I just want us to really slow down and be in the present moment. You know, I've been teaching this a lot lately. It's being in the moment that you're in right now. Because family, you know, possibly that this might be your last Thanksgiving. Remember, I'm going to start it close to home and then we'll branch out. This could be your immediate family's last Thanksgiving together. This could be somebody that you love that passes away last Thanksgiving. Look at how many things we should be grateful for in that moment. And we're not being grateful. Gratitude isn't just a holiday tradition. It's not. Gratitude is not just a holiday tradition. It's a lifestyle. Y'all know I'm big on lifestyles. Got a chance to preach a sermon at a church not too long ago, and all it was 2 questions. Who are you following? And what kind of person are you becoming from who you follow? Remember, because it's a lifestyle. You remember I told you, diet plans. We don't want diet plans. We want lifestyle changes. You know, if we're an addict, guess what? We don't want just, you know, I'm clean and sober for a week or a month. We want a lifestyle change. If you are a child of God, guess what? We ain't trying to be a good person for 2 hours at church on Sunday. We're trying to have a lifestyle change. And gratitude is the same way. It should not just be for the holidays. Should not just be for this one holiday. It should be a lifestyle that you're living at. Guess what, man? Every day you are practicing on a daily basis something to be grateful for and thankful for every day. I'm talking about, man, how many times are you grateful for that you woke up to see another day? How many times are you grateful that you got to work with no problems with your car? You didn't get no car accident. You didn't see a car accident. And we could be grateful. I'm grateful I got a job that I like coming to. And even if you don't like coming to the job that you at least you got a job for now as you're looking for another job that you're really gifted and talented to do. But we take it for granted. We say that time heals all wounds, but the reality is not just time that heals. Gratitude heals. That's big. It's you want to be grateful for, guess what? I got through this. If you're listening to me on this podcast right now, you got a lot to be grateful for because, fam, there's some stuff that you went through in your life already so far that you really believed. I'm talking about, I'm saying it from experience, from facts. There was some stuff in your life that you went through that you didn't think you was going to make it through. And you're listening to me right now on this podcast. So that lets me know you made it. You're a survivor. And I don't want you to just be a survivor. Y'all know me. I want you to strive and I want you to thrive. So you survived, and some things in life you have to survive. Ain't no striving, thriving in it. You just have to survive some things in your life. But most of the time, you can go from surviving to thriving at the fullest level. And perspective really does heal. What's the perspective? Am I have the right perspective? Am I choosing to look at what I have to do instead of what must be done and what's missing? Am I grateful for what I still do have and not what I don't have? It's amazing that people have at least 80 to 90% of the stuff that they need in life to become the best version of themselves. They already have it. But what do they focus on? The 10 to 20% of stuff that they don't have, instead of being grateful for what they do have. So that healing piece is important, man. That's so important. So this Thanksgiving, I want to challenge you to take a pause. Not just for the food, not just for the awesome games on, because more than likely you got to watch my Detroit Lions play if you like football. So you're going to have to watch them on Thanksgiving. But for the practice of gratitude, look around the table again, fam. Look at the people that are in your life still. Look at them. Because I got quite a few people that I loved and admired this year that had passed away in 2025. I'm timing it. Yeah, there's quite a few people that have passed away that I'm near and dear to. There's some people that have moved away from my wonderful town of being in Tucson, Arizona. They have moved away and they gone. And I didn't get a chance I didn't know they was gonna leave. You know, guess what? They left for so many different reasons. Go back home to take care of their parents. I've had friends. Guess what? They got better job opportunities. Really love that. My kids are growing up and going to go do their thing, man. And so you don't realize sometimes it's timed and sometimes it's not. But you know that, guess what? Let me appreciate each and every moment that I have with each and every person that's in my life. That is so important. Look at your life. Even if it's not where you want it to be, I guarantee you there's something to be thankful for. I'm going to say it again. Even if it's not where you want to be, I guarantee you have something to be thankful for. Let's start with you. If you can hear this podcast, you got hearing. If you're looking around your room right now, you can see. You're walking around with an oxygen tank. Be grateful for the breath that you're breathing. Do you need somebody else's heart, or is the heart that you got working pretty good? Thank you. You got both legs to be able to walk, go from one point to the other. Thank you. If you don't have both your legs to be able to walk, you got a wheelchair you can wheel around in and get through life and get a chance to go places and do some things. You're not stuck in the bed. Thank you. If I'm in the bed and I'm stuck right now, can I give some words of encouragement to those around me to be a blessing? See, we can break this thing all the way down. That really think about, man, the people that you're sitting next to during this holiday season. Maybe like some of my people in the alcohol and drug facilities, they can't go hang around their families because their family is the ones that is the trigger to go use. Sometimes they got to hang out at an AA meeting, NA meeting, celebrate recovery, and smart recovery, and so many other different ones out there. But man, maybe you need to go be with your community. Maybe you need to be hanging around them because the friends you used to hang around with, they ain't no good for you, and you know that. But I'm of my right mind right now that I can acknowledge that, and so let me try to go hang around some different people. And maybe sometime, honestly, look, y'all, it's simply the fact that you woke up today with another chance. Those are the simple things. You woke up with another chance to have a new beginning. Gratitude turns enough into abundance. Enough. I got enough food. I got enough water. I got enough clothes. I got enough shelter. I got enough beautiful animals around me that can love on me and I can love on them. I got beautiful plants that's in my house that I nurture and take care of. I got beautiful people that's around me that can build me up and encourage me. Man, there's so much to be grateful for. We got to turn these ordinary days into blessings, man. Don't get caught up with just going through the motions. Man, because there's so many people out there that would love to have your life, and you take it so much for granted. I really want you to slow down and say, I'm really appreciative, man, of this moment. I don't think you can honestly be grateful enough. I really don't believe that. You can be grateful enough, man, every day. Thank you for the people that have been a big, big asset in your life. Thank you for people that's been encouraging us, been uplifting. Be so grateful for some people that surround you. Don't take the people around you for granted. I can't, man. I am super grateful. I get to work with some of the most phenomenal people at my facilities where I work at. I'm just going to throw a couple of names out there. Jan, who works over at El Dorado. I'm super grateful for her. I'm super grateful for my Marcella and my Tamara and my Noni, my Paola. I am so grateful. Chris, I can just call out a gang of names from my job. Hopefully won't nobody get jealous because I'm calling out the few names I'm calling out. But there's so many people I can be grateful for, man. Literally, because they do such a great job at what they do. It puts me in a position to be able to do what it is that I can do. And I'm grateful for that. And we don't say it enough. It's to know that, guess what? You are not, more than likely, you're not alone in the struggle that you have. More than likely, there's somebody right there that's beside you that, guess what? If we're not careful, we can take for granted and they can leave our lives and we'll be super hurt that they left our lives, but we also didn't show them no appreciation. So when you sit down this year, between the mashed potatoes and the sweet potato pie, between the dressing and string bean casserole, with the ham, I prefer the turkey. When you sit down and guess what, we've had different dinners on Thanksgiving in our family, so I love it. Sometimes we'll have the most non-traditional Thanksgiving meals, and I love it when we do that because guess what, we ain't trying to be like everybody else. We're trying to be like us. We've had Thanksgiving dinners where whatever came in the food box from the church we went to go get a food box from, we was super grateful for that. We've had our times, man. So it's a lot to be grateful for. Not just for the people around me, but to God. That's the first and foremost person I want to be grateful to for. And God is not a person, he's a spirit. And I just want to be grateful to God and tell him, thank you, Lord. And Lord, as I'm recording this podcast, this is for your glory, it's for your praise, it's for your honor. And I thank you, Lord. You so much we got to be grateful for on a daily basis. God is constantly providing for us. He's constantly taking care of us. He's constantly giving us the things that we truly need in life, which is love and peace and joy. People around you might be acting a fool. Y'all know we're going through some tumultuous times right now in the life of the world. Man, we're going through some craziness. And this is why you got to say every day. I got people, man, you looking at, I told you can get super depressed and looking at all the stuff that's going on around the world. And I want you in your area of influence to do something about it. Be grateful that you have a privilege to say something and do something. The reason why I do these podcasts is I want to be a blessing to as many people as I can be around the world. I might not be able to be in Palestine. I might not be able to be in Israel. I might not be able to be in Africa. I might not be able to be in all these different places, but I still can be there in word. I can still be there in prayer. I can still be there. I have the privilege to pray to a God that can do something about it. When I feel like I'm just hopeless and helpless at that moment of being able to do something with those beautiful kids I be seeing on these posts, man, that's just lost their parents, I can pray. And I know the God that I serve can do something. But fam, sometimes it's just that. With the power, I have the most powerful tool I could possibly have. It's prayer. Let me pray for some people that, guess what, man, they don't have what you've been blessed with. But they still alive. They still got a chance. Will this be a rough time for them on this Thanksgiving? And for a lot of people, it's a really rough time because there's some people in your life that you just knew next Thanksgiving they would be here and they ain't here. So we really got to think, fam, what's the real meaning behind this thing called Thanksgiving? We got to think, God for what life we have, to life itself. We got to think for the chance that we get a chance to keep going. We got a chance to keep growing, and we got a chance to keep giving, because Thanksgiving is just more than just a season of life. It is a great part of life. So fam, this has been another wonderful episode of the Bacon Bits Podcast. A small bit of wisdom with a lot of flavor. Because you put bacon on anything, you know it's going to be good. Take the time to share this episode with somebody that you love, somebody that you're grateful for. Maybe I'm going to say something on this podcast you wanted to say, but guess what? You weren't brave enough to say it, but guess what? Because you sent it to them, guess what? I was able to say it for you. And let gratitude be more than just a day. Let it be more than just a holiday. Let it be the best of what it's supposed to be every day. This is your boy John Bacon with another segment of Bacon Bits. We love you. We want the best for you. And until next time, stay thankful, stay growing, and keep living with purpose. This is your boy. God bless. What's up, family? If this podcast has inspired you, encouraged you, made you think deeper, or even just made you smile, then I have a simple ask. would you consider supporting this work? Creating this podcast takes time, heart, and resources, from equipment and editing to outreach and hosting. Each episode is a labor of love aimed at lifting people up and speaking life into real situations. But I can't do it alone. Your donation, big or small, helps keep the meaning going and the message. It helps us grow, reach more people, and continue producing powerful content that uplifts, educates, and empowers. If you've been blessed by this platform, I invite you to sow into it. Help us keep the mic on and the message moving. You can give at Zelle or Cash App using the links in the description box. Thank you for being part of the journey. With gratitude, the Bacon Bits Podcast, where we speak life, purpose, and legacy, one episode at a time.